Oriente.
Welcome to the current podcast. This is 2022, episode 87 with the crew. No Byron, but we got Mauricio. And we
Joe
got
Byron.
But we got damn,
Bing bong.
I got that on the live. Perfect. We got Enzo right there. We got Manny over there. Thank
Joe
you guys for
Byron.
joining us today. Another
You see
year
these two dogs?
of the current.
All right, yo,
Okay.
let's start the current
Start the current
with
today.
the moment of silence.
All right.
For the dead germs, cause I beat COVID, motherfuckers. Ah,
He back. He back.
You know I missed last week.
Guess who's
guys,
back?
Because
Back again.
you know I got hit by a bug, and I'm just here to tell y'all to eat your vitamins and drink your soups.
Get your vitamin C.
Cause an apple a day.
Get your vitamin D.
Cause an apple a day keeps
Take
the
some zinc.
doctor away.
Oh yeah,
But,
drop them bars.
So it wasn't as bad as I then again I did catch the least lethal but more contagious variant. I'm assuming because I didn't go to the doctor to get it. Tell me exactly which motherfucker one I got. But today I was told I'm a COVID survivor at school, so I, just felt a little special.
You
COVID
fell.
survivor.
You survived.
Am I not, motherfucker?
You survived.
Well, that's how you spent your New Year's, man.
I mean,
how's
bro,
everything?
not even my New Year's, my Christmas too, bro.
I mean, I feel like
the
you slightly enjoyed it a
disrespect.
little more.
Really? How?
Well,
Elaborate. Please elaborate.
You're actually out of your house for Christmas
For Christmas Eve.
He was knocked
'Cause I
out
was-
on the
I
couch.
was at your house on Christmas Eve.
That's right.
He was knocked out on your couch.
That's when I found out. Well, that's when I knew something was up. I was like,
He was knocked out on the
I
couch.
was like, some motherfucker got close to me with a bug that shouldn't have got close to me. But so my Christmas Eve was on a couch with you guys, right?
Yeah.
And then I felt something coming because like when I walked outside to go greet my kids and my wife when they pulled up, I got like a sick ass cold, like a hot flash. So you know how cold it was that night? It was freezing.
Yeah,
So
it was.
bro. When I went outside and I got that hot flash, you
Yeah,
know what
something's
happened?
wrong.
Yes, bro. But you know what happened? That hot flash was so hot that I started sweating immediately. I was out there for 5 minutes and then like I was shivering, bro. So my
Your
top
lips,
lip
yeah, kept
and
moving.
my teeth were like.
Mm-hmm.
And then I finally made it back inside, and then I got so soaked of sweat that I was like, I need to take a shower. So I went and took a shower. after.
That's why you were in the shower when we got there.
Right, exactly. So then I took the shower, I came back out.
And
it's
we were
cool.
all like, that is some weird ass shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, it's my parents' house. So
I know.
to me, it's like I.
But to us,
But also, the other thing, the reason why I took the longest shower is because my shower at
That-
my house doesn't get as hot as that gas
nah.
shower. We got
Nah,
electrical
de la
gas.
verdad, te la estaba jalando.
Nah, bro, electrical
Sacando el
heaters,
COVID.
Electrical-
Sacando el COVID.
electrical
It's a
heaters,
cause, fool.
and gas powered heaters, night and day in
Difference.
temperature. So I took a long hot shower, and then the next day, then I went home, and I woke up the next day on the 25th in sweats again, and I was like, for sure. Then the next day, I told my sister, I was like, yo, if you get me a COVID test, she came through, my brother came through, and bam, double positive. And I just sat my ass the rest of the week at the crib. And then the ironic thing was, on the 5th day, the CDC changed the
Quarantine days.
quarantine thing. And
From
then
14 days to 5 days.
bro, it didn't make sense because it's like, how does Delta have that type of pool?
Hey,
it's
bro,
starting
we
from-
need people to travel.
I mean, it's just interesting.
Thank the
man.
Lord for that
Basically,
industry.
what
That's
they
how Manny
said-
gets fed.
This is what doesn't make sense to me, guys, because it just, I read this today, and it was very like, hold up, what?
Hold up, wait a minute. Let me think about it. What did it say?
Said the CDC has now cut quarantine by half and will
Yep.
allow you to go to work if you are asymptomatic.
Well, first of all,
Still
those
have
people.
COVID,
First of all, those people
but no
don't.
symptoms.
Hey,
Just
first
to
of all,
be clear, you can go to work with COVID but fired without a vax.
first of all, those people don't know how to count. They said by half.
By half.
14 days to 5 days is not half.
Well, nah, bro, you got it twisted because 14 days was last year.
And then it went to 10.
Then it went to 10 a couple months, like
Now
6
it's at
months
5.
ago. Now it's at 5.
Ah,
Yeah,
all
so
right.
that's
I didn't know it went down to 10. No.
Now that's what I was tripping too, bro.
Yeah.
Because you're right.
I didn't know it-
completely right.
I didn't know it went down to
14
10.
last year.
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah.
2020, 21, it was 14.
Yeah.
Then out of nowhere, maybe like 6 months ago, 4 months ago, it changed to 10 days.
I did not know that. I didn't
And
get the
then
memo on that one.
The CDC now again has adjusted it to next week.
3 days, bro.
I have on good word that it's gonna be a day.
3
If
days,
you
bro.
don't have no symptoms 48 hours. You go get your ass back to work because you need to work first. We need to work
Hey,
force
bro.
middle class to slave away
They need the machine
for
going.
dimes on the dollar.
They need the machine to work, bro.
But that does But I survived.
You know how much product is at the bay, bro, because the machine ain't working.
Bro, I went to a T-Mobile store today and they sent me that they don't got no iPhones.
The machine ain't working, bro. They gotta have people get
The disrespect. my photo, my Apple ID don't work. I can't even scan my face.
So you gotta use the code to unlock
Bro,
your
I've
phone.
been forgetting my phone, my passcodes for everything because everything is like just scan. You know, and then
And now it's like, I don't know you.
I gotta recreate all these freaking passcodes and everything. But how was y'all New Year's, man? That was my New Year's. Recovering from COVID. And to be honest, I had a lot of fucked up shit. But to me, COVID week for me was hell week. So that's how my COVID New Year's was. How about you? But on a bright note, I feel like me and my wife had a nice 3-hour conversation that we touched bases on a lot of stuff for the new year, and then we kind of came together as far as what the plan for the next year is, and that was very uplifting. But how was y'all New Year's?
Well, Christmas I spent it with you guys, as you already clearly stated.
Right.
As my parents.
Did you like the gift I gave you?
Yes, I did. I did like the pins.
What
Thank you very
about you,
much.
brother?
Yeah, I like the pins.
Yeah, you lying sack of shit.
I like how they're the Boba Fett ones.
Get you.
Hey, tell them that you got in the slave one first. Technically, both of us. Yeah, no. So, I was gracefully invited to Mauricio's home since my parents don't celebrate Christmas, and Mauricio was like, "Come over here and celebrate with us," which I did, and I enjoyed it with you guys. Then spent the day with my parents. For New Year's, spent it with my parents as well. They were excited, to be home, to spend it, and to talk and get to conversate with them. Hadn't done that in a while. Also to go out and just, spend time with them. Hadn't done that. So I enjoyed it a lot, just, spending these last few days with them and talking with them, and also catching up with a couple friends that I hadn't talked to in a while since this whole thing happened. So really enjoyed that.
That was your New Year's, right?
And I also took time off from church, which was wonderful. Thank you.
Cool. New Year's was cool.
Nah.
Yeah,
Your New
you-
Year's, you got litty.
Did
Yeah,
you?
I did. A little too lit.
What bothered me that I wasn't invited.
No, you're going anywhere anyway. You said your kids were sick. You didn't come to the house.
Well, if I would have been invited somewhere.
What it was.
He's like, for that occasion.
With the New Year, before the New Year ended, though, the Book of Boba Fett brought us some new Star Wars content that we really, really needed.
Yikes!
And
I'm surprised you guys didn't watch that the night of.
nah, bro.
You guys ain't. What's up? You guys
Hey,
ain't
bro,
did
Wednesday is coming, bro. So
Yeah, I mean,
episode 2.
I gotta be up early. I gotta be going to work early, so my sleep is precious right now. So
Yep.
we can wait.
Really?
But he's
Especially that day. What was it? Wednesday.
Yeah, and then
I
next
was
day you got
getting ready-
Thursday.
I was getting ready for. I had to work after work that day. And yeah, bro. Book of Boba could wait.
Bunch of bitch.
And honestly, after watching that first episode, not that it wasn't good, but it definitely could have waited. Like it was.
I don't think it was like I feel like it was like the second season of The Mandalorian.
You mean the 3rd?
Was it the third?
Well, season 2 is already out for the Mandalorian. That's
what
why
I'm
I
saying,
mean
but
the 3rd.
the second season of the first episode, it was like a very slow
The
episode.
second season of the first episode.
The second season.
He's
of
trying
The
to say how
Mandalorian-
in the second season you get to meet Boba Fett. He's trying to say how like
No.
what are you trying to
Okay,
say?
How many seasons we got on Mandalorian?
2.
2.
Yes.
So the second season, the first episode of the second season started off very slow to me. For the Mandalorian.
The first episode of the second season.
Yeah. So I feel like
when he's in
Boba
the town in Tatooine and all
just
that.
like
Okay.
and then like this one with the Boba Fett, it was like it was like very slow. It was very like, okay, where the fuck are we?
Hey, all I'm saying, bro,
And
this
only if
better
you
be
know
like
s-
Narcos, bro. That's
only-
all I'm saying.
Only
You're making him into a drug lord. It should be like Narcos, bro.
So
in
we're
Star
already-
Wars.
We're already getting the feel that he's already saying he's not gonna be like Jabba the Hutt, so we don't know what he's gonna be. We can't call him.
But
a
this is the
drug
Hey,
thing.
lord.
It's like,
respect,
if you
bro.
watch Star Wars, you know where he's coming out of. You know, in the episode, like where it's like,
Hey, bro, just
he
because he says
escapes-
that he wants to rule with respect doesn't mean there's not gonna be violence.
I mean, there's some narcos that rule respect.
Violence is one thing. You're talking about drug lord. That's a whole different thing.
He's a drug lord. What you mean? He replaced
Jabba the Hutt. He's a drug lord.
Boba Fett.
Boba Fett is a
Boba
bounty
the
hunter.
Fett is a.
He's a bounty hunter. That's
He's
what I'm
a
saying.
lot of
like,
things, bro.
let's
Hey,
a lot
but
of things.
he
He's a
took
clone.
the.
distinction out
He's
there.
filling in
He's
the
filling
role,
the
bro.
void, bro.
So he's got to
That's
become
why
a
the
drug
girl-
lord,
that's why the
bro.
girl's telling him you need to maneuver around this. way,
Yeah.
a couple of certain.
He still
way.
got to sell the spice, bro. What you mean?
Little Dune references here, huh?
Hey, no, but that's where he got it from. George Lucas got that from
No,
Dune.
I know, but did they really call it spice on?
Yeah, they call it spice also in Star Wars.
So
I'm just hoping
from
that
1
we
to 10,
see. We
from 1
see.
to 10, what did you guys think about it though? Was it a good episode or not?
It was a 7 for me.
Okay.
Hey, visual effects really good, man. I
Yeah.
like the way it's shot. I like the way it's
I mean,
portrayed.
dude, this feels like, I mean, the production.
But
on
I
the
could
show
tell.
is-
I could tell what you mean that it's slow, just because there's not a lot of dialogue.
No, not a lot at all. And that, in a sense, is also kind of like Narcos in this new season of Narcos that just came out, where there were certain scenes where it was like, just look at the panoramic picture, just look at the environment. It's so beautiful. Look at the creatures. Look at look at the sand. That type of shit. But in
Yep.
that one, in Narcos, it was like, look at the fucking.
I
poor
think
town
really what
people.
this was just showing us. I mean, what Boba Fett went through after he got out the Sarlacc.
Yeah, because you're going
The
from
whole
past to
Tusken
present.
Raider thing
Yeah.
and everything, and then that connects to
How
he showed up in the Mandalorian.
do you guys feel about the regenerating tank that he's in?
I mean, we've
Well,
seen
that's not the
common
first
in
time.
Star Wars, yeah.
No, I know, but that's the first time I see it in water like that, though.
Nah, it's always been like that.
yeah.
Yeah,
I don't
Luke,
recall.
Luke, whenever they rescue him from the snow,
Yeah,
they put
exactly.
him in one of those.
he's in one of
in the
those.
back to tank.
I don't remember.
Yeah, it's not the first time.
I
And,
mean, if you play the game,
and
you'll
even
see
in
that too.
Attack on Clones, even when they go to where they make the clones, there's that stuff as well. So, yes, that wasn't new.
Yeah, but I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. I think there's a total of 8 episodes. I think it's gonna be. So I'm gonna be very hooked on that for sure. I may not have watched it midnight last weekend, but this weekend, who
Nah,
knows?
you're not, bro. Your sleep is too important.
An interesting thing though is that his ship used to be called the Slave One, and since it's called Slave and we're in cancel culture season, they changed it to just Boba Fett's ship, which is pretty sad. But yeah. What I liked about that too was the
People are
flashbacks
still
he
gonna
had.
call it the Slave One.
Yeah, the
Whoa.
the flashbacks he had of like when his dad gets his head cut off.
That was
Mhm.
interesting.
Um,
That was an Attack of the Clones.
yeah, and
Yep.
then, there's a lot of things that they don't show in those flashbacks. For example, if you watch Clone Wars, the show, the cartoon show, they show him as a kid,
Yeah.
and there's also even an episode where they're destroying his hometown or his home planet, if you will, because it was all like it was like
Mandalore.
no, not Mandalore, Camino.
Oh,
yeah,
Camino.
yeah,
Yeah,
Boba
yeah,
Fett
yeah.
was Camino.
Boba Fett is a
He's a
He's a
clone of
clone.
his dad.
Yeah, yeah.
He
was just-
Camino. Yeah.
He just wasn't aged as quickly as the other clones, so he stayed And there's also in this other show that's called the Bad Batch.
Oh, yeah.
We learn of this other clone. Her name was Alpha, and that she was given the same abilities as Boba Fett. So we're wondering if we're gonna see her in this show.
And what
Oh.
abilities or attributes was Boba Fett given?
Well, he was
For the
given
listeners that don't know.
he was given those abilities
foresight?
like almost identical to his dad, like Like all these other
Okay,
clones,
what
they were
were those
aged faster.
abilities, motherfucker. Give
They
me
were
that.
aged faster. So everything, bro, that makes Django and Boba Fett what
Everything.
they are, bro. So
Bro, what is
from
Everything.
their skills, their fighting, their IQ,
Everything.
their awareness, all those things
Or
are
I
being
thought
put
you were gonna
into
say
them.
something like, oh,
Like, for
Jedi mind
example-
Stacks on
tricks
stacks on
Nah,
stacks.
for example, the Bad
Everything.
Batch, all those guys in that
have
in that
different
in that
attributes of
platoon,
the-
each one has a heightened skill ability. So
specialty,
one
yeah.
of them is good at sniping. Another one is super strong. Another one, he's just good at planning, and he's the one that leads the whole team. So that's
You like that show?
and they were able to put all that into.
I don't like how the
into
little
Boba
toys
Fett.
that they make for those shows suck.
Possibly. But yeah, so I also wonder if you see on Boba Fett's helmet, he has a dent on his helmet, and also in the shows there's a bounty hunter called Cat Bane that he runs into, and he's very popular in those shows. So I'll be interesting if they throw any of those characters in here, or if we see a flashback of him running into Mace Windu at some point or things like that, because that's all things that are
They
no
could
longer canon,
potenti-
but they can always bring it back into these type of shows. But yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with the Book of Boba Fett. Next year, at the end of the year, is when we get the next season of The Mandalorian. So we'll see how it all goes, y'all.
What do you mean, 2023?
2020, the end of this year, 2022 is when we're getting
Mandalorian again?
Yeah.
next
Season 3.
They pushed it back because they want to give this show its daylight and it's time to shine.
When
But,
are we getting the next Star Wars movie?
I'm not sure.
I
That's a good
doubt they
question.
can do a movie right
Yeah, right
now.
now I think they're gonna focus on shows.
Mm-hmm.
But
They
another
could give us
news,
a movie.
another reaction. What did you guys think about Ghislaine Maxwell being convicted?
I believe that we should see the video of that whole thing, man.
They
We
got the
need
video?
that documentary
What video?
of the whole court case, bro. I mean, we couldn't get to see it inside.
I mean, that's how
Damn
federal court cases
feds.
go down.
Sit there and
I don't think
feds.
we have any video of Epstein's case either,
Yeah.
because that's how federal court cases go. We only get sketches. When it's like state cases, all that stuff, we can get full on video. But Ghislaine Maxwell says she won't, or I don't know if she says it. Her brother says it actually, that she won't flip on others who enabled Jeffrey Epstein abuse in a bid secured for a shorter prison term. So my question to you guys is:
She stayed quiet.
is she gonna get capped?
That's what. Yeah, that was the question.
Possibly.
Is she gonna kill herself or someone gonna kill her?
What y'all think?
I mean,
Yeah, I mean.
I mean,
I mean. Yeah, I mean.
Or is she gonna be like El Chapo and escape?
Ooh.
see, this is the question.
Because she
bro.
comes from a powerful
This is a
family.
question. This is a viable
Her
question.
father was was a
When
military
Epstein-
guy.
When Epstein was going through trial, did we already know about Maxwell?
Yes, we did.
Did we?
Yes,
Or was it
because
till after?
because that's when the
Because when all that came out, he already died.
oh true.
So what if Epstein opened his mouth and Maxwell was one of those names, and then that's why they were able to go after her,
Could
I
be.
mean, the
and
way
that's
that
maybe why he got capped.
the way that she was the one that was well connected.
Yeah, well, she would help him.
No, what I'm trying to say is that when the trial was going on, when he first got arrested and all that stuff,
Did he drop her name?
I don't even think we knew about.
That's
Maxwell.
what he's questioning.
We didn't know about Maxwell until the whole the documentaries and all that shit came out.
No, we knew.
So-
they knew about him, bro.
About her.
No, I'm talking about like
They
so
they
what
knew
got-
about her. You know why? Because how did Epstein get these girls?
But why was she never brought in? Why wasn't she?
Nah,
brought in
but
in his
he
trial when he
Maury
was
has
on
a
trial, when he was alive.
Maury has a point though. What he's saying is they never brought her up or thought that she was the one doing it. It's like when they did his case,
Well,
it was
that's
just
because-
him.
It's because this most recent thing when the ABC anchor lady broke it, she said that she was being groomed, and then the girl starts breaking down who groomed you. Oh, it was her.
That's why once they drop her name comes out, then they start going after her.
As-
That's my thing.
But
What if
prior-
he named her.
that's what he's
before
saying.
He died, and that's why he got capped because that was a name he provided.
Nah, I think he got capped because it was bigger people he was naming. Nah, that's his accomplice, bro. She was gonna go hit the fan regardless. I think he got capped because of. Come on, bro. Who was one of the names that got caught right now recently? The royal family, bro. One of the royal families was with him, or is pictures also of him with all of them. You know, So I feel like the royal family, there's also American royals that like, I mean, we don't have royal family like that, but it's like American royalty where it's like, oh, like the Clintons, that's American royalty, bro. And they're also alleged tied to the Trumps, you know? So it's like, I feel like once that family, the royal family, got exposed is when the target on the back came on him.
I mean, I still think that it's possible that Maxwell was in one of the names he named, and maybe,
Nah,
and I'm pretty
because-
sure he
because
named
from
all the
what
ones
I'm-
you're talking about.
Because from
But
what I'm,
I think the only one they were able to go after was Maxwell because they probably had more evidence on her compared to
but that's
all these
because
other
they were
people.
that tight together, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. She put him on.
But that's what I'm saying.
Jeffrey Epstein never had no money.
What if that
and
was the
then-
name that got him capped, though? One of the names, at least, because she was still alive, and then after, none of these other
Nah,
people,
bro,
none
I
of these.
don't
Put it
think
this way: all these other names of people that have been
Do you
named
know
on those
who her dad
records.
is?
Yeah,
All
he was. That's
he
why I
was
said
in-
he's in the military.
Well, he was in the CIA version of
Yeah,
of,
the MI5.
No, I get you.
But
Yeah.
he was they said that he was a triple
All right,
agent,
so
bro.
how many?
Yeah.
How
That
many?
he was for the Russians, that he was for the England, and I think the Mossad, which is the Israeli CIA.
All right,
Yeah.
so on this whole thing about
And then
all
on
these
top
list
of that, this
witnesses,
dude starts his own little, like, he had like a media conglomerate he had
Yep.
built over there. So it's like she to Loki, she could seem like she's covered, right? Like she's been isolated from ever something happening to her because of what she knows and who she knows, who she's connected to. But to me, I feel like she was the one that like we gotta kill him so that I don't get exposed further. And now this little fallout that she's going to, they're gonna wipe it down, and she's just like, we're gonna forget about her. Watch, nobody's gonna remember. I don't think she's gonna get killed. I don't think anything. I think she's gonna get like
You think?
protected. Not protected in the sense how we see it. She's just not gonna be in the public eye anymore after this trial. Like after this blows over and all that.
Well, this didn't even get coverage. Like,
not the way that we thought.
not the way Epstein got coverage, not the way
And that's because
other,
I feel like
like,
I said, her
coverage
family-
is very low on this.
the family is I mean, just think about all the everything that was happening while she was going down. Like, bro, we got celeb after celeb dying and all this stuff. Like other shit was going on. We got another COVID fucking. Cause remember when her trial started, what new strain had came out?
Omicron.
Omarion.
Marion had just come out.
Did you see
That's
that
what
meme?
the Black Twitter was calling
Did
it.
you see that meme?
Black Twitter called it a Marion.
Bro, that's so messed up.
And
to
then I
this
heard
day.
other people
And then
calling it
Hispanic Twitter adopted it and was calling it Omicron.
And then
Dude, that
and then I
sucks,
heard
bro.
that they were even calling it moronic, like because if it's like
But you know what?
Omnicorn
you know what
and
the
and moron, if you play with the words, kind of like I don't know.
It sucks for that
you
artist.
know what they've been calling it this whole time?
What?
COVID-19. You know what I haven't heard in a long time?
Corona?
Coronavirus.
Corona.
I still hear that.
The
I hear
Rona.
all I hear is
Or
COVID,
people Rona.
or-
the Rona.
All I hear nowadays is COVID or the
I-
vid or Omicron.
Bro, I hear it
Yeah.
all, bro. What are you guys talking about?
I haven't heard Rona in a while.
I haven't heard someone use Rona in a
Rona
while.
or
still
the
see me.
coronavirus.
It might have been because Corona Beers was like, nah, we can't have you guys doing that
So
because
what do you
their
guys-
stock plummeted.
How much longer of this do you guys think?
Seeing how this wave kind of hit this year right now, I think we get another year of
Them trying to figure it out.
Cause
no,
bro,
like I think we go through another year of it possibly happening again where people get infected and all that shit, but it's not gonna be as bad as like it's gonna the severity is getting less and less.
the lethalness.
the lethalness, the
contagious.
the contagious is high, but the lethality of it is gotten less and less, and we can
But
say that's partially because of the vaccines that so many people have gotten.
Man,
And then
I don't believe that because I just don't feel like the whole point of why they pushed the vaccine and the rollout being so fast is because it was gonna be effective on the transmission. No, that's what they painted, bro. In the beginning was the vaccine's gonna help the transmission from it being transmissible as easy as it all.
It is. It was.
And it doesn't.
But something that I've also seen is that since so many people didn't get vaccinated, that also affects the way that the vaccine.
Okay, so then
how
where's
it's
the
gonna help.
science behind the herd immunity then?
I believe that's BS because at the end of the day,
How
the whole
if
immunity thing.
herd immunity's worked with other vaccines and other like
For me personally,
viruses
I
and
feel like
shit.
this
The
whole thing
data
with
says
COVID
it.
is like how we see it, how it is, bro. The cold or the flu, and even though you could say there's immunity to that, people still get it every year. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So it's like I feel like at some point, like that's what I'm saying. Each year, people are gonna get it.
People get it every year, but were people dying at the rate that last 2020 and 2021? Like,
I mean, the flu was at the beginning. Everything we were still saying how the flu was still killing more people than the Rona. Maybe
Yep.
it surpassed those numbers.
but this is the thing. Now check this out. Dr. Fauci a week ago. Matter of fact, that the week that I had COVID, I'm watching Dr. Fauci say how in 2020, 2019, the early COVID numbers weren't accurate because if you went into the hospital and had appendicitis and got tested for COVID and had COVID-19, you were then counted as a hospitalization for COVID-19 when you went into the hospital for appendicitis, not for COVID-19. So
They were
he
doing
was
that with
saying-
the deaths as well.
And exactly, then he further elaborates how they were doing that for the deaths also. So all that goes to say that the numbers were inflated, the deaths were inflated, and then to me, like, basically, like, the hysteria behind it was just overwhelming in my personal opinion, to create a wider gap within the rich and the poor. Because
Well, that gap was already set.
it was already huge, right? But I feel like now, bro, it's like
Well, middle class hasn't existed in a while.
it's just they're killing us.
It's crazy though because right now, I don't want to say locally, but closer to our area, this kind of just shut down a school district out in Lancaster.
Oh, Lancaster, I heard about that. And then Canada just shut down their
And
the
Twitter-
whole country.
Twitter just banned major Marjorie Taylor Greene for multiple violation of its COVID-19 misinformation policy.
What did she say? What did she do?
She's a representative
Republican.
from
What is she
Georgia.
saying on Twitter that she got shut down for?
Dijo desmadre.
Find something. So it was like political cartoons that she was posting. I'm trying to see if there's an exact tweet. Green posted shortly after her week-long suspension in July, claimed that the virus is not dangerous for non-obese people and those under 65. According to the U.S. Center of Diseases and Prevention, people under 65 account for nearly 250,000 of U.S. deaths involving COVID-19. So that's, I guess, since she was saying certain things that they feel they had a fact check and feel like they weren't accurate. But then you're saying things like that, Enzo. It's like, about what Fauci was saying. And
I mean,
man,
to be
another
honest,
politician banned from Twitter.
to be honest, the science.
And she's permanently banned.
we have to really look at the science of what is being in fact checked from where, like, because it's like Dr. Fauci has said one thing based on science and then came back and reiterated like, nah, I was wrong, or nah, this is not like, it just doesn't make sense.
But
Like,
it's because it's early stages. I mean,
and
they're still
it's
figuring
2
it
years
out.
into it, and we're still saying it's
Hey,
early
man,
stages.
the funny thing is that just like with anything, bro, there's a face that needs to take the heat of this shit, and
Fauci's that
Fauci was
face.
the one.
Bro,
You
I
know?
don't even think it was him, bro. You know who took the heat, bro? He was blaming the American people. Oh, it's 'cause y'all haven't got the vaccine, and the population is still not getting it. We have a certain demographic of people that don't want to get the population. Bro,
Well, Fauci was saying the same shit, bro.
I'm saying that's what he's saying. That's what he was saying, that he was blaming the people. So he was throwing the hot potato on the people that, it's because we still have this because y'all. And to me, it's like, no, we still have this because we haven't told people to exercise, eat well, like all these other underlying things that people have, that when you contract this virus,
I mean, how
it's
many
gonna
times have you
affect-
been exercising and eating well, Enzo?
Bro, I don't exercise.
You've been eating
I don't go to the gym
McDonald's.
like you, but I have my little thing where I do my little push-ups in the morning. Like, I stay active, bro. Like, I ain't no gym buff like you guys.
Gym
you
rat,
feel
you
me?
mean,
Like,
gym
I don't
rat.
do
No,
that.
but I mean,
I just
you're
recently
talking about
joined
you're talking about
adult
exercising
league
and then
too.
staying active. I mean,
Right, and I just recently another thing.
and
I
then
joined an
eating
adult
healthy.
league.
So what are your good eating?
I don't eat
habits?
healthy though.
Alright,
That's
McDonald's.
number
So you ain't following those. You ain't following that shit either,
McDonald's,
bro.
that's
Let's
all
just
he
make
one. I
eats.
it-
mean, bro, McDonald's really. I eat McDonald's once a day off of necessity.
Once a day.
because because like I said,
Hey,
once
bro, just like that
necessity-
guy, bro.
I'm
A Big Mac a day, bro.
You know what I'm saying?
Keeps the doctor away.
Hey, that guy's still alive. Shit. But
he's still alive. But
tell me, Mauricio.
I'd
Tell
like
me,
to know.
Mauricio. Is the news telling you to fucking not eat McDonald's, or are you seeing more commercials on McDonald's?
Oh, the news and commercials are two different.
Hey,
things.
What do
bro,
you
there
mean,
was a
though,
lot of
bro? It's the
collabs,
media.
bro. There's a lot of collabs.
It's the media.
Nah, bro. Because first of all, for commercials, McDonald's pays to fucking be on there, bro. So we're in capitalistic America,
Okay,
bro,
so Pfizer,
shit.
Johnson and Johnson is not being paid, or they're not paying after each freaking news headline after they just bombarded the whole newscast of COVID, and then
I just want to
at
explain.
the end, you can
the
even use.
difference
Let me
between what
finish.
the news is telling
can
you and a
even
commercial,
bro. You can
right?
even
Because what the news is telling you is not
Manny,
the same thing as a
Manny,
commercial.
Manny, you can even
There's
YouTube.
commercials for Trojan condoms, bro. That doesn't mean
Yeah,
that,
but so then why is
the
there a
news doing that.
commercial for Pfizer and Johnson and Johnson for
That's
the
not a
COVID vaccine?
commercial. That's a sponsorship right after the news.
Oh, what is an
A
ad?
commercial.
What is an ad?
is
in
a commercial
It's the
that's going
same
on
shit,
between.
bro. A sponsorship and a commercial is the same
It's not
fucking
the same.
shit,
No,
bro.
it's not.
It's not the
Bro,
same shit.
It's
it's the
not.
same shit. You're advertising something.
It's not the same.
When you sponsor something, I'm advertising it. It's the same. It's just another synonym, bro. What are you talking about?
Because there's a difference to it, though.
Yes, there is.
What's the
Because
difference?
you know what the difference is. You what you said is the news telling
'Cause
you to eat McDonald's or is there not a McDonald's commercial? A commercial is one thing, but there's not a news anchor right there saying eat McDonald's today, sir.
That
But
was-
they're
Stuff a
definitely
Big
not
Mac.
telling you
That would be a
get your immune
sponsorship.
system immunity
No,
up.
no,
They're
no,
not
no.
saying
Hear
that.
the
They're not
difference.
endorsing that.
Hear the difference
To
of
me,
what he
it's all
said.
it's marketing, bro. They're
They're
all
saying-
marketing.
No,
the
no.
same
He
shit.
made a
saying-
clear
and-
distinction, though.
Yeah. This is
Which
this
is
is
what?
this
If
is-
the
this is-
news anchor comes out and says it, that's a
it's
sponsorship.
a sponsorship, or they're telling you to go eat that.
That's a
Now it's
sponsorship.
different when they're saying, "Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back when we come
Commercial
back, we'll talk about
break.
this commercial break." McDonald's, you're loving it, this and that, whatever the fuck
That
they say.
commercial break
Bro.
is a whole
Difference
different
in a
thing.
commercial,
Bro,
right there
what
and
did
a
you just
sponsorship.
said earlier? What El Salvador is doing as far as the United States not doing?
He
I
didn't say
didn't
that.
say
I
that.
said that.
Okay, so
I know.
All
I
I
just
s-
said it. Whoever, because we're both
All I
here,
all
right?
I
All three
did
of
was
us.
show you a video of
And
Nayib
what is
Bukele
El-
just
what is El
telling
Salvador
people to be healthy. That's all.
They're
he's telling.
endorsing what? What campaign are they endorsing?
I just said it, to be healthy.
Or in another word, what campaign are they sponsoring?
But there was no sponsors. All they
But
were
what do you
saying.
mean? Like
All they
don't-
said was
the government
exercise.
is sponsoring that campaign to tell them to exercise.
Yeah, and I understand that if I say this, you're gonna say, "Well, the media is the fourth branch of the government." Yes. Well, the
I
thing
mean,
about it here is that
Come
the
on,
the
bro.
government's gonna hide
This-
behind the
this-
media, and
this-
and the difference between the U.S. and El Salvador is that Bukele is getting in front of it, not letting the media take care of that. He's getting in front of it, while here we're
For one,
we're kind of in between the media, politicians, and then they're in bed together. And Bukele, we've already seen that he's breaking that whole
Barrier.
barrier and all that shit.
what? What are you talking about? What do you mean? What is he breaking? That is not broken in the United States.
I just said it.
No, all right, so you're just saying the barrier, but what barrier of what?
I just said how politicians and news media are in bed together, and how that's what he's breaking in El Salvador.
Is he really?
He's getting in front of it. You're just saying what he's
I don't-
announcing. We're just
Bro,
talking
he's
about
announcing
it.
it,
He's
but
getting
that's
in
like-
front of it.
but that's on
That's a
COVID
big
pretense.
difference.
We're not talking
What's
about
the big difference between El
oh,
Salvador and the U.S. though? Is that
it's money.
not just that is
That's
that
the
the
hugest
leader,
difference.
the leader of the country is getting in front of him, is really telling them what they're supposed to, what the people should do, which is what we were
okay,
saying.
what was
Eat right and do those things right.
That's
Even-
so what
even-
is our president doing right now?
Chilling, bro.
This
Taking
motherfucker
drugs.
He's slip not being able to walk up the stairs and stuff.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
what I'm trying to say. Is the difference
Taking
is
drugs,
that here
bro.
the politicians will hide behind the media for the most part, while in El Salvador we're
I
seeing
mean,
how
we just had.
Bukele.
What do you mean? We just had a politician get banned on Twitter. How's she hiding from the media? You trying to use a platform, but they just banned her, bro. Just like they did the last president we just had.
All right, well, you're
That's
you're
up
taking
to
out
me- that's up to
outliers. What
me.
I'm trying to say is that
I mean,
the
outliers,
big,
really?
the majority of, bro, we have you know how news media works here, bro. We don't have to explain this to you. First of all, you know how
I mean-
CNN is on one side and how Fox News is on the other side. What I'm trying to say
So
is
what
that
side is Twitter
either
on?
side,
Whatever
Twitter's-
they
What
want.
side is Facebook on?
Whatever
side-
side they want to be on.
So
I
how they
mean-
getting in front of it?
I'm saying,
But
Bukele's
he's not.
getting
He's
in front
not
of it.
I mean,
saying.
but
I'm saying that
he's
the
not
US
even saying
Really,
Twitter
I mean,
and
really,
Facebook.
if Twitter wanted to, they could get in front of him and be like, "Nah, bro, you can't post this." Which they have already said. They've already came at him saying that he's got fake news in the past.
who's
Where
who?
Bukele,
Yeah.
where he was
Yeah.
like that they had to take down
Twitter
his
has been trying
post.
to silence him. But that's because he doesn't obey the U.S. That's the other thing that you got to think about.
But come on,
And he's taking
Trump was
money.
the leader of the U.S. and this fool didn't obey the Twitter thing, so ban him. That lady now getting banned, like.
But also too, like he's taking money from China, so that's another thing that puts him against the U.S. I mean,
I'm sure if you look at Jack Dorsey's freaking tax.
Hey, bro, he stepped down. He's no longer the CEO.
And that goes back to what I was saying about why I feel COVID is bigger than it. It's the real big thing is it's a huge reset for them.
It's been a reset.
Exactly. For them to fucking get more money and create more of a monopoly across the board.
Well, there's a bunch of companies that are monopolies that we don't know about.
On the low.
Because there's a lot of companies that you don't know that's the parent company of the,
they
other
say
companies.
You don't know, bro, but this is why another thing about the internet that they've been trying to censor it, and that's why people like Zuckerberg sell out and flip the script.
God bless Betty White soul, because she don't got to deal with none of this bullshit no more. R.I.P. to Betty White. She would have been 100 in about a couple weeks now.
Mm-hmm.
Shit.
She passed away on the 31st.
I want to do
70 years in
to reach
in
that.
The media platform.
To reach that. 100 years. She didn't make it, but God bless.
And then they were trying to say that the booster was what had killed her.
Shit.
And then her publicist just came out saying that it was natural causes.
Yeah.
So even fucking Betty White can die in peace because they were trying to say that COVID.
Hey,
and it's like,
rest in peace, man. You may not die in peace, but rest in peace. But let's also talk about this trucker that was about to get 110 years. They reduced it to 55.
And what people do?
No,
they
reduced it to 10.
Well, first they reduced it to 55. Now it's at 10. It went down.
Well,
it was
why?
levels
because
to
the fucking governor.
The petition that was.
But also truck. Well, the thing is that you guys know that truckers are a union.
Bro,
truckers are a union. The truckers weren't entering into Colorado and delivering the goods.
You can see
they held the
empty fucking.
They held the state hostage basically, in order for a change to happen. So I mean, if a whole state is suffering because, they messed with one trucker, then obviously you're gonna want to redo the case.
Yeah. Yeah, and
yeah, he I believe in 2019 it was where he was driving and then he couldn't stop. His brakes malfunctioned and he ended up killing 4 people.
There's someone because I'm seeing how
he's 26 years old.
I'm seeing how Kim Kardashian posted the executive order from the governor of that state in Colorado, and then someone's replying this. I want to see what you guys think. He says, as a paid truck driver, it is your duty to 1, inspect your vehicle before getting on the road. If he did this, he would have noticed something wrong with the brakes. Use truck runways when malfunction occurs. He failed to do either of these. Carelessness, locking for 110 years. That's what someone tweeted back to him, to Kim Kardashian.
Yeah, but even if you say that there are roads, because he is right that there are roads to take if your brakes malfunction.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
but they said that he skipped the on the highways for trucks. They have like
it's like gravel or whatnot.
But it's like this thing that it's supposed to slow down your truck if you.
Yeah, it's like a little hill, basically.
It's either a hill or it goes down into a ditch of gravel, like my brother said, and it has all these things. So he said that he skipped 3 or 4 of them on his way to killing all those people, and that's why to be honest, I feel like the reason why there was a big outroar is because they threw the book and some at him, and it was like. People looked at it like, oh, but Kyle Rittenhouse just killed certain such people and he's not getting this. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, it was like.
But then here's the other question.
I feel like they made it racial, and that's also part of the reason why this guy was,
Well, here's the other thing. It's like, all right, did he miss those 3 to 4 on purpose?
They said that he did on purpose.
Then there's another thing too that
he did it on purpose. That's what I heard.
I just saw something right here that they posted. Basically, it was saying that he was going 85 in a 45-mile zone too, and
they said that he broke mad infraction. He broke the law a few times before he collided on all those cars. And that's why that the laws. So basically, the laws for each infraction.
Or it's the years.
That's what you get in.
They get stacked up. Yeah, it stacks up.
But I personally
27 counts. Damn.
I personally don't feel that you should be getting 100 years for
Basically, it was life.
vehicular-
They gave him life.
vehicular manslaughter. But then that sounds so cruel.
It's crazy
for
how
me to
those
say
terms are
that.
still different at the end of the day.
It sounds so cruel for me to say that because I haven't lost nobody in a car accident, let alone a rig accident. I don't want to. I don't, and that's something that, like, you don't. Once you lose somebody in a car accident, bro, that's gone. Like, they can't get, like, bro, like the lady that from the football player that got burned alive. Like when I heard the autopsy, it was that she and her dog were burned alive. And I'm like, imagine being a family member hearing that. Man, like, and then now this dude, like, all the people that, how many cars was it? It was like a pileup, wasn't
7-car pileup, I think.
Yeah, 7 cars.
And then, like, the image just looks, whoa, bro. Like,
Yeah.
I feel bad for him, and I definitely don't think
He's
deserves
26 years old. I mean,
10
getting 10
years,
years, he's gonna get out only
36.
36. Yeah.
And then that's not to say that maybe good behavior you get out sooner too.
Yeah.
But I personally would just tell homeboy, don't get behind the wheel no more. Just find another type of job.
Well, yeah, but we also have some new California laws that are gonna probably affect us. Let's see what they is. One of them that I saw has to do with I think insurances have to pay for your COVID tests.
Health insurance.
Yeah, like they'll pay for them. Like if you take a rapid test before, I don't think they would pay for them, but now they will. But just to kind of put the first one.
That's only in California.
Yeah. Let me elaborate though. Let me look for that one because I think I don't know if it was just for California or nationwide. But slower speed limits. A law that takes effect on January 1st gives California cities more local control over how speed limits are set instead of using an old rule that essentially caused speed limits to go up every few years. Cities can start working towards lowering speed limits in 2022, but can't enforce them until June 30th of 2024, or whenever the state creates an online portal to educate the infractions. So, more speeding tickets.
Yeah, because they used to increment by 5 each year, I believe. 5 miles per hour.
Damn, so how are we not 100 miles per hour?
No, I don't know. I remember my parents used to tell me that the 101 you would drive it at 45.
That's crazy.
Yeah. And now it's like we drive it at 65, so.
Yeah.
Shit, bro, guys. I'm on the highway going 88, 75 almost every day.
Yeah, incriminate yourself and put your phone down.
What do you mean, bro?
Sleeping kid,
75 in a. First of all, break it down. Isn't there a fast lane and there's a carpool and a fast lane in the
No,
freeway?
there's just a carpool.
No, there's a fast lane, bro.
No.
The fastest cars need to be all the way on the left.
No.
That doesn't mean you get to.
No,
go
that
over
doesn't mean.
65
Yeah, I know. It
miles per
does.
motherfucker.
It doesn't mean that. It
What do
does
you-
not
what do you
mean that.
All right.
It does not
All
mean
right, so
that.
I don't cut a highway patrol officer for sure. I don't know what I'm talking about.
All right, sleep in. Middle schools and high schools will be required
Free game
to
that you
start
guys just
classes
wanna shit on people
no
about.
earlier than 8 a.m. and 8:30 a.m.
There is a fast lane. I agree with you, but it doesn't mean that you can go over that speed limit.
Yeah.
Though.
Well, if the traffic is going at a certain speed, bro, trust me, I've gone 75, 80 past a cop car, and the traffic was going. I haven't been pulled over.
All right, on to the next law that's
So,
coming
I'm
in.
just
Middle
saying.
schools and high schools will be
I would-
required.
It's like when you start weaving through
Next
traffic.
motherfucking
and shit.
thing, bro. Next
I
one.
would say this though. In other states and interstates, you could go 75 though.
No, for sure.
Yeah. I love you, Maury. Keep trying to say what you're trying to say.
No, es que solo este puede hablar.
Nah, we just need to move on.
Por eso pues.
We're already at 45 minutes, y'all. Supporters say preteens and teenagers need extra sleep for their health and development. The new law goes into effect July 1st of 2022. So for most students, it will impact their next school year, not the current one. But they get to go into school a little bit later on. I remember my homeroom was starting like damn near 7:45, like 7:50. So now homeroom's gonna have to start at 8 a.m. or 8:30. And that's that I know a lot of schools right now during COVID, they had to push it back like to 9 a.m. sometimes and all that stuff.
So now basically they could wake up late, go to school later on. Yeah.
Entitlement at its finest. Tell me you're entitled without telling me you're entitled. Generation Z.
Damn, they got it easy. That's all I got to say.
You know what I'm saying?
I had to go to school early.
I had a 0 period.
Yeah.
I don't think these kids get
That was
zero.
and that means you entered at 7 a.m.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, means you
Tell
gotta
me you're
wake.
entitled.
All right, well, this
It
next
meant
one-
that you
Tell
had
me
to
you're
wake.
entitled.
We had to wake up at 6
This
a.m. or
next one
5:30.
is gonna affect both residents and businesses. Starting in 2022,
Organic waste.
residents and businesses will be required to sort the organic waste from the rest, thanks to Senate
Well,
Bill
guess what, guys?
1383.
Barbershops already do that. We can't put hair with any other type of fucking waste. We can't put razor blades with other waste. Everything
Yeah,
goes
they wanted to sort it more. So now you got to get a new trash can.
if you don't already.
So it all depends on where you live right now. If it takes some time to get used to it, don't stress it. Fines won't start until 2024.
How do you guys feel about the mandatory, the next law coming into this year? About female restrooms for girls.
I don't know.
Stock-
Elaborate because you're
Stocking
just
up,
annoying.
stocking up the free pads and tampons.
Well, I would, but Enzo, you can put your phone down, bro. So we can, I can do that for you.
Oh, you
Starting
doing
in
it
the
for me?
next school year, public schools will be required to stock restrooms with free pads and tampons. The law affects public schools with
So
grades
I
6
think
through
we're
12.
just gonna listen to Mauricio today the whole podcast since he's. I'm just trying to take a little bit of the weight too, bro. You don't have to say all the laws, Mauricio. I mean, you do have co-hosts here.
I'm saying them so that you guys can give me your
Yeah,
opinion.
yeah, so we're gonna
Yeah, that's what I'm
elaborate.
saying. I want to say something too.
Well, what's so bad about it though? I mean,
I don't think
I
there's
think it's
anything wrong with it.
That's what I'm saying. Nothing.
Before
Is it
I-
just the cost that it could go into public?
Maybe
Yeah,
but
more-
at the end
more
of the day-
tax-
But, I
Taxing
mean,
people?
finally, taxes going into something good besides war.
No,
right?
it's a positive thing. No, it's a positive
Girls.
thing. I don't see.
Have you guys ever been in middle school and
Oh, and she has an accident.
and then it's
yeah,
like her first accident?
yeah.
She
She
doesn't
has to go
even
buy one
know.
at the nurse's
Yeah.
office.
Feel me?
Yep.
yeah,
That sucks. I have a daughter, so yes, it's a good thing.
it's a positive thing.
Minimum wage is gonna go up to 26 or more employees will be
Oh,
required to
that's
pay
terrible,
15
bro.
minute wage
That's terrible.
starting in 2022.
That's
Oh, man.
terrible
The
for
worst thing to happen, bro.
for
That's-
business owners.
No, I mean shit. Not
And
even,
cost of life,
that's my main thing.
cost of living.
If your wage is going up,
everything
that means
goes up.
everything's going up.
Everything's going
Bro,
up.
that
Food
was
is
not-
going
we're
up.
already-
Everything.
Yeah, I mean, inflation that's already happened because of COVID.
It's going. The minimum's gonna go to $15, isn't it?
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
And that's twice the federal minimum of 725.
But if you read it, you would have known, bro. But
For
California
sure.
businesses with fewer than 26
We're just matching
employees-
Oregon, bro.
So California businesses with fewer than 26 employees will still have to raise their lowest wage to 15. So that's the difference because I think in most places there was already 15, but if you're under a certain amount of employees, you can still be like at 13 something, but now you have to be at 15. Some
Alright.
California cities already have a higher wage in effect. New rules for bacon making. An animal welfare law passed by voters in 2018 takes effect this year. It requires that breeding pigs, egg-laying chickens, and veal calves have enough room to stand and turn around. But many in the pork industry haven't made the necessary changes, and there's a coalition of restaurants, grocers suing, hoping for a 2-year delay. So you need to give the pigs more space.
I don't have pigs. I think we're fine. I don't think you guys have pigs.
Well, you are a habitual bacon eater, Manny.
wow.
What? What do you mean
by
by-
bro?
Well, bro,
He obeys God's laws.
Dog, there's so many times I pick this guy up on Sundays.
Wow.
And there's a
you
handful of
said-
bacon telling me,
Said
"Here you
you're
go,
a
bro.
sinner, bro.
Here you go, bro.
Said
Some
you're
bacon.
sinning.
They're not from
There's some bacon, bro."
turkey bacon, sir. I don't know what you're talking
Well,
about.
it says even egg-laying chickens. That's gonna include turkeys, bro. That they gotta slaughter. That all bacon, bro. I didn't just say from pigs, bro. I said egg-laying chickens, bro. Veal calves.
I
bro.
said I don't have a
Can I?
Piggy.
You don't, but
Okay.
you
So-
purchase some.
Okay. Can I?
That's why a coalition of
Mauricio.
restaurants and
All
grocers
right, carry
are
on.
suing.
Let me say one of the craziest laws that I'm reading. That is interesting and crazy, and I feel like it would help the homeless population.
They gotta live in another state.
No.
They gotta go to the hills and
No,
survive.
You get,
Oh, I already know what you're gonna
you
say.
get to feast on roadkill.
Bro.
So the new law starting January 1st,
That's fucking disgusting.
if you kill an animal like a deer,
Let-
an elk, a pronghorn antelope, or
This is why
wild pig, by a vehicle, you have reported to find a secure permit before digging in. You have to get a permit to dig in on that. So what if you eat a squirrel, like a fucking homeless person just sees a dead squirrel, like, fuck it, let me go get a permit so I can cook this motherfucker up.
So they gotta get a permit to report
eat.
their kill.
The funny
No,
thing is
you
that the
can
way that they're
eat.
saying here is that the state is launching a pilot program that will allow people to collect and eat roadkill.
That's wild, bruh.
Oh, so like someone ran over it and then they want to eat it.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
and there's another crazy law that I'm like, it's not crazy. This is actually a interesting law, the stealthing law, bro. What do you think about that, Mauricio? Can you read that one for me?
Assembly Bill 453 makes the non-consensual removal of a condom during sex, also called stealthing, a form of sexual battery. California is the first state
So
of
for all you
banning stealthing.
fucking assholes that
No,
you know
remove
think
it.
you want to be slick with your girl, or your little girl you met at the bar, and you tell her, "Hey, I'm gonna take out my quarter and and then you just slip it off, and then it feels so much." You're gonna get sexual battery on you, boy.
Yeah.
That's if she goes and accuses
Yep.
you of that.
Well, when in the Me Too movement,
You
I
can't
mean,
remove it. No, but that was said a while back that was gonna happen. You can't
You
remove
know
it.
what's another crazy law, bro? The assisted death changes. Starting January 1st, terminally ill patients will have.
That's not crazy. I mean,
That's
they've
crazy to
been
me, bro.
battling for that for a while because there's
It
a lot
went
of
from
people.
15 days to 48 hours, bro.
Because
That's
a lot.
hella crazy, bro.
Nah.
That's like, what if you across the country and you're like, I don't want my dad to die, I don't want my dad to die, and then he's still like, you couldn't make it in time, he fucking kills himself. And then
Because it's their choice.
Damn, that's fucked up.
There's a lot of people that they know they're terminally ill and they wanted to, go away peacefully already, and they couldn't do that.
So
They just had to wait it in a hospice.
this other one though, and this is gonna be interesting to see what's gonna happen when we have riots again. Assembly Bill 48 prohibits police from using rubber bullets or tear gas to disperse crowds at a protest. Also can be used against someone.
That's
because
just
they
giving them an
violated
excuse to do one.
and
Alright.
impose curfew, verbal threat, or non-compliance with the law.
They can't even pose a curfew.
We got a huge one for my industry.
They
Yeah.
can. They just can't use those things when imposing one.
Right.
Oh.
Yeah.
We got a huge one for my industry, so we got to make a clip of this. Make a note of this, Mauricio. They trimmed the hours to become a barber. Senate Bill 803 cuts down how much training there is required of barbers and cosmetologists from 1,500 hours to 1,000 hours.
You had said that before.
So
Though.
100 hours less.
Yeah.
It'll cut down the
what
debt.
Do you mean?
500.
hours less.
500 hours.
1,000
Right
It
here
was-
it's saying previously 1,000 signature was
No,
requi-
previously
for
1,500.
cosmetologists,
1,500.
For a cosmetologist, it was 1,600.
1,600.
And a barber was 1,500.
And it went to
So
1,000.
now,
So
us
For both of them,
barbers-
it's gonna be 1,000.
Yes.
So that's
So,
because I was reading this incorrectly, but I get you.
advocates say they'll cut down the debt and let trainees enter the industry faster. Honestly, you guys want to know who was behind this? Supercuts, Sports Clips, all them people, because during the shutdown, they could not in 2021, they could not refill the void
Those
that
shops,
was left.
yeah.
So they made it easier for everybody, which is, I personally feel it's disrespectful because I did 1,500 hours and I feel like it's needed. But at the same time, they've reduced the examination to become a barber. So if they're reducing that examination, then, I mean, I guess you do need to have less hours.
I mean, but that happens always. I mean,
school's been getting dumbed down for a long time.
the next generation always gets it easier than your generation. That always happens. That's not nothing new.
But, I mean, in this case, your looks.
It's like the driving
it's all
test.
good because I'm gonna
It's like
I'm gonna teach y'all everything at WBI. So pull
the
up if you
written
wanna
the
know how
written
to cut
exam,
hair.
bro.
I'll teach you.
The written exam to drive. I remember when I took it, you could only get 3 answers wrong.
Now it's 5, right?
Now I think it's like 9.
Wow.
Isn't it, Maury? I don't know. Double check me on that. But I believe now you can get 9 errors on your written test to get your driver's license. Back when I took it, it was only 3. You couldn't get 3. If you got more than that, you failed. So that's what I'm saying.
The actual driving one?
No, the written one. The written for getting your driver's license. I don't know how many mistakes is it now. I think it's 9 that you can get now.
What about the to-go cocktails? What do you guys feel about that?
You can now order cocktails to go.
Extends pandemic era rules allowing to sell take-out alcoholic drinks through 2026.
There's 8 right here. 8
Oh,
mistakes.
so now they let you 8 mistakes. I mean, back when I took it, it was only 3.
Oh shit, 8. That's good.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I mean. It becomes more lenient
I wonder
as
we have
as-
fuck ups on the
So
road.
for the next 5 years, we will be able to get beer, wine, and cocktails, outdoor dining, parklets for the next 5 years.
so you can open carry now. Is that what you're saying?
No, it just they can sell it to you outside of.
Oh, that's another thing,
For
dude.
outdoor
You can
dining.
conceal carry now in California. Yeah, look it up. You can conceal carry a gun now in California. You double check me, sir. I know you're giving me that look like, what are you talking about? But yes, you can conceal carry a gun now in California.
I don't see nothing on that, buddy.
I don't know, bro.
No. It's
tell
not.
me-
It's not on those.
Tell me you didn't look it up on it.
No. Google it. I'm being honest. I know someone that I just got their permit.
What I'm reading on guns is they're seizing ghost guns. A new
Yeah.
law will make it possible for concerned family members, teachers, coworkers, and employers to ask a judge to seize ghost guns from someone they think could be a danger to themselves or others. Ghost guns are guns that are purchased in parts and assembled at home, making them hard to track. The law takes effect July 1st, 2022. Yeah, I don't see nothing on that. Concealed carry, buddy.
I'll look it up myself.
Yeah, something you should have done before the pod, mother.
No, to send it to you. That's because I just thought of this right now. That's why.
I don't know, bro,
Yeah, so
because
you guys
those
think about it
laws,
earlier.
those laws in
Use
California
them all day.
would be very difficult to do.
Yes, here it is. Concealed carry permitted, California.
The U.S. needs far-fetched. Let me see.
Well, we'll talk about this next time.
See,
on the
look,
podcast this weekend.
California generally
3 minutes
prohibits a person from carrying a loaded weapon, concealed firearm in public, unless the person has been issued a concealed weapons license. California is a may issue state, meaning that local law enforcement has the discretion in issuing carrying concealed weapons. So you just basically have to get them to sign off on you.
Yeah, so it's not that
Yeah, but
anybody
it's, I
can
mean
get
that it would get that's gonna be damn near impossible.
Mhm.
No, I'm telling you, I know someone that already got it. That's why I'm telling you about that. All right. Anyways, have a good one, you guys.
Until next time.